The month started off with a bang, and we were taken to a cruise ship around Quemoy Islands. We took a 1.5 hour cruise around Little Quemoy and the big Quemoy Island. We passed under the bridge. There have been times that we went over the Great Bridge, but this was the first time that I had the opportunity of going under it. The next day or the next weekend, if I remember correctly, we were taken to a knife making workshop, or rather we saw the process of how knives are made in the Maestro 2 factory, and they make knives out of artillery shells that were dropped on the islands during the war period. It was an interesting and inciting experience. We also got a chance to try our hand at carving a knife or designing our own knife, although it was only a keychain. The first 2 months went in searching the best food places, or the cheapest food places rather, around town. But now that the 3rd month is here, I know what I like to eat. So here are some clips of the food that I have in Quemoy Islands. There are dumplings. The restaurant owner was also a very warm person and gave us a few extra dumplings for free. My friend from Thailand also was very kind enough to cook food for us a couple of times. Every Wednesday morning we have a special lecture conducted by a professional in the particular field. This time it was Dr. Yen talking about Chinese gift-giving culture. Since the class is at 8 in the morning and it's getting quite cold here in Quemoy, she was kind enough to bring all of us a cup of coffee. The next excursion took the 20 of us to Little Quemoy. We visited the Quemoy National Park, where we got to know about Quemoy's geological formations. We got to see various rock samples of limestone and granite, among others. We then took a quick look at the huge cave situated right beside the museum. It was a very calm place. We then set out for our main activity, biking around Little Quemoy for 18 kilometers and stopping at a multitude of tourist attractions along the way. We visited one of the cleanest beaches I've ever seen, stopped at a war museum, and even took snack breaks. It was a tiring yet fruitful day. The university had arranged for us a takeout meal. We ate at a scenic location looking over the ocean. The food was delicious too. We then scurried off to participate in the woodball competition. The university coach saw some potential in us and was kind enough to invite us to a local tournament. Let's just say that it was a humbling experience. Tired after a long day, me and my roommates decided to order Pizza Hut, and boy was it lip-smacking. Here is another short clip of Peach treating us to some amazing Thai food. Nothing could have prepared me for the next amazing experience that I had on this island. It was Halloween. I didn't know that Halloween was celebrated in such vigor here. We saw people dressed in costumes in huge numbers in public squares with dance performances, games and whatnot. It was not just the kids who wore fancy costumes and looked like Mario and walked in a line, or the adults who wore superhero costumes. It was also us, the 20 of us, who wore Halloween outfits and also had props to go along with them. The next special lecture on Wednesday morning was about Taiwan's economic crises in the past. It was mainly about the real estate crisis that Taiwan had faced in the recent past. We indulged in the art of sewing something beautiful on a thin piece of cloth in the next culture class. I think I was pretty good at it. It was now the time for club fairs. Our Vietnamese classmates had set up a stall, and we can see them selling food in the video. There were also demonstrations from the Quemoy army, or like the army personnel situated on Quemoy, if I'm not wrong, and they had brought with them real guns and air rifles. I tried my hand at shooting targets, and turns out that I'm really good at it. I also had an opportunity to handle real guns, where I picked up the AK-47 or the M4 and other guns like that. The rifle was way heavier than I thought or imagined that it would be. The next field trip that we went to was to a nearby mountain, the tallest mountain in Quemoy Islands. We hiked till the summit to see a beautiful shrine. It also had statues of the wind god and a huge tree right in front of it. Here are some pictures and videos from the shrine. The hike in itself was extremely beautiful. There was water on one side and trees on the other. It was a very refreshing morning. The next trip took us to an aesthetic local boutique. We were given the opportunity to try on traditional Chinese costumes from different time periods and dynasties. There were jackets, long coats, and even props such as guns or hand fans to go along with. The girls had a wider selection than men and got to use jewelry, footwear, and makeup. After deciding our outfits, we walked to a nearby temple and clicked a ridiculous amount of pictures there. The next weekend, the university took us to the Kinmen Kaoliang liquor cellar. We had the luck of trying out the liquor in its production stages, single distilled, double distilled, etc. We got to know how it is made, and at the end we were able to taste a 5-year aged product as well. Just before leaving, we were given vouchers to get cocktails of our choice at the Kaoliang bar. Although it was not more than 40 milliliters, but it was definitely delicious. The next stop was an authentic beef noodle shop, part of traditional Kinmen cuisine. The store had a buffet with unlimited food, ice cream, drinks, and everything. It was truly fulfilling. The next incident that I want to share is not related to the YEEP scholarship or the university, but it's to do with the friends and the connections that I have made here. It was Diwali in India, the festival of lights, and I did not hope to celebrate it in this island. But with the help of an Indian American who is now teaching kindergarten students here, she's teaching English, I was able to celebrate it properly. I cooked Indian food at her place and lit firecrackers with many other American friends. The last culture class, the most recent one, was about lanterns. We learned their significance in Chinese culture and were fortunate enough to get an opportunity to make them ourselves. All of my classmates are very talented in art and drawing, unlike me. However, it was a pleasant evening class. Again, sharing an experience I had with a friend, we went to this huge lake in Jinhu. I believe it's called the Golden Lake or something. It is 15 kilometers away from the university, and it was just a random plan, and we decided to go there at 12 in the night. The temperature was under 15 degrees, but we had the good fortune of spotting otters and other big birds in the wild. However, I did catch a cold in the next morning. The most recent activity that I did as a YEEP scholarship student was a leather carving workshop conducted by a skilled old artisan. We made 3 keychains out of authentic leather, carving our designs on it and painting them in the colors of our choice. Again, my classmates took the jump ahead and produced fantastic products. This month was long yet very short. I can't believe there are only 2 months left. I'll be sure to upload another video next month. Bye-bye.